Hello everyone, how you're doing? This is Remi Ayojimi and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Real Relationships with Remi. And on here we'll be discussing about how to find love and fulfillment, especially as a single person. We'll also be discussing how to navigate romantic relationships and courtship that will eventually lead to marital fulfillment. Before we go on, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And also remember to turn on your post notifications so that you can always be updated when a new video drops. So today we'll be talking about my why and a little story. I'm sure people are wondering why am I passionate about this kind of discussions, about love, marriage, relationship, courtship, and all. People would think that, oh, probably she's gone through some bad experiences that she just wants to share and, want people to learn from her experience. But unfortunately, or fortunately, fortunately, that's not the case. I've been married for almost 17 years, happily, to a wonderful guy. And if I'll do it all over again, I will still choose him. So I don't have any bad experience, as it were. But as when I was growing up as a child, I never really saw a model kind of relationship or marriage that I necessarily wanted to emulate, or wanted to have when I was ready to get into a relationship. And I knew there was something better out there there was more to it than what I was just seeing or what I was experiencing at the time. And I made up my mind that if there was something I was going to get wrong, in life, marriage was not one of those things. So I got knowledge. I went and I got knowledge. I read books. I attended, all kinds of programs I had to do with relationship, with love. Someone like Pastor Bimbo Dukoya, God bless her soul. I learned a lot from her. Attended single and married way back. I read most of her books. Teachings and all. Pastor Emmanuel was another person that I used to listen to then. So, like I said, I got knowledge. And of course, I prayed. I mean, the God factor, I do not take it for granted. I don't take it for granted at all. So that's one of the reasons that I just wanted to get it right. And apart from that, by the time I was a young adult, I had friends, I had relatives that were in toxic relationships and they just wouldn't get out, especially ladies, And I used to wonder then I was quite angry that what's going on? Is it that you think that, oh, you're not good enough to have something better, especially people that are not even married at the time? You're just dating a guy and he's treating you like like so badly, and you just stay there because what? Because why? You thought that, oh, you can't get a better person or you're not good enough. So I knew that people that I knew then that were in this kind of relationship they lacked knowledge. They lacked insight. And that's why I'm here to, empower people, to tell people that, oh, you can do this and you can do it right. And you can actually get it right. Yes, you can get into good courtship, good relationship, and end up in a good, marriage. Of course, there will be issues and challenges, but if you have a good foundation, it's easy to build on a solid foundation. So that's my why and my little story. So to the crux of the matter today, we'll be talking about 5 reasons why people get into 5 wrong reasons, why people get into relationships. Just 5 of them. I'm sure we have a lot more, but I'll just be talking about 5. So the first reason will be loneliness. And the dictionary meaning of loneliness is it's a feeling you have when your need for social interaction or relationship is not met. That's lonely. That's dictionary meaning. Now, loneliness, it's okay to feel lonely. I mean, sometimes it's a normal feeling. After all, we are all social beings. I mean, we need to interact with one another. So it's not good for you to be alone for too long a time. But sometimes you can actually be alone and not be lonely. I mean, when you enjoy your company, yourself as a person. So if loneliness is something that it's a major reason driving into a relationship, then it's not good enough, right? It's not good enough. And even when you're alone, you can do stuff that will help you, kind of minimize the way you feel, lonely. Things like spending more time with your loved ones, with your families, with your parents. If as the person that is just one that you only see your folks maybe once in a year, you could do better by spending more time with them. Also, you could serve. Yes, service takes a lot of your time. You could serve in your church, you could serve in your community, whatever it is, you can serve. And of course, if you have a hobby that you want to improve on, that's another way of curbing loneliness. So don't let loneliness drive you into a relationship that you are not ready for. Another reason is pressure. Now, I'll be dividing pressure into two parts. We have the family pressure and also the peer pressure. Now, when it comes to family, as Africans, you're quite family oriented, and everyone is in everybody's business. That's the way we are wired, and it's okay. And when it comes to relationship, especially ladies, by the time you're in your late 20s, people start to ask, your parents start to ask you, okay, so when are you bringing the guy home? When are you getting married? And then God save you go for one of your cousin's wedding and you're not married yet. Of course, all these our rich aunties begin to say, oh, when are you going to do your own? It's from a place of love, right? But don't let that push you, or don't let that pressurize you into saying that, oh, it's time I get somebody, and the next guy that comes just jump into a relationship with that person. No, that shouldn't be a reason. Another one is peer pressure. I mean, all your friends are getting married, all your friends are in one relationship or the other, and you're looking at yourself that, what's wrong with me? And of course, maybe your friends are telling you that, oh, you too, what's going on? You should try and get somebody. That's a dangerous thing to listen to the advice at that time, because maybe there's even a guy that comes your way that's trying to still consider you, and you're not even sure, but because you're under so much pressure, you just jump right at it. No, that shouldn't be. I remember when I remember a friend, yes, way back. Now she's married. She was the last person to get married amongst us, I mean, our circle. And another friend at that time was always saying that, what's wrong with her? She should just, maybe her standards are too high, her standards are too, she should lower her standard, and she's getting old. Let her just get married and at least have children, your biological clock is ticking and all. And that friend was like, no, when she's ready, when she meets the right guy. Of course, people were coming, but she knew that no, at that time, no, those were not none of them at that time was the right person. So she held her values in place. And by the time she got married, apart from getting it right, she married big. And no, I'm sure you understand what I mean by married big. And she's happily married, with kids and everything. So don't let any friend, don't let anyone, no matter what the person, your parents, pressurize you into getting into a relationship you are not ready for, right? The third one will be lack of self-worth and a low self-esteem. Now, if as a person you don't have a healthy self-esteem, and you think that getting into relationship with a guy or a woman would help you, or that person would help you build your self-esteem, you're getting it all wrong. If as a person you don't have self-worth, you don't think you're enough, you don't think you're good enough or you're beautiful enough, no one can help you with that. You have to tell yourself that you're good enough. You've got a good self-esteem. Nobody can rubbish you or put you down just because you're not in a relationship. No, make sure build yourself up to that level that by the time you are getting to a relationship, your spouse or your partner knows that, oh, this person is an asset, is an addition to me, not a subtraction or just somebody because just better wants to help you. No, have a good self-esteem. Don't let your own lack of self-worth push you into any form of any kind of love relationship. That shouldn't be a reason for you. And lastly, the last reason I have is money or your needs, your pressing needs. Now, money is a beautiful thing. Money is good. The Bible even said that money answereth all things. So money is good, but money should not be a motivating factor for you to get into a relationship. Yes, and ladies, I know that we like good things. It's okay, it's fine. Of course, we want to enjoy life, but don't let the riches or the wealth of a man be that thing that it's pushing you to date the guy or get into a relationship with that guy. Because money, like I said, is sweet, but money cannot replace love. Money cannot replace companionship. So you need to be sure. You need to know that money is just one of those things. And who says you can't make your own money? And whatever your partner gives you is it's just an addition. So money should not be a major reason for you to get into any relationship. That shouldn't be. So those are the 4 reasons I have for you today. 4 wrong reasons why people get into relationship. I hope you'll be able to learn a thing or two. If you have any other one, please share it in the comment section. Thank you for joining me today once again on Real Relationships with Remi, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.